Our clay is centered and we're going to make a cylinder. To make a cylinder, you want to push your dome down so that it's about 1 inch tall, and the width depends on the width of your clay ball, okay? So it's gliding through my hands smoothly without bouncing my fingers around. I'm going to grab my sponge with water. I'm going to let that thumb float in the center, and with my other hand supporting it, I'm gently going to just press straight down on a nice angle. So my finger's on a natural little like 30-degree angle here. And my fingers should not be moving. Your elbow should be locked into your rib cage. And your fingers should be digging down the middle. If it gets dry, just squeeze a little water in there. When you think you've gone down deep enough, you're going to shut off the wheel. The Shimpo wheel doesn't shut off, so you have to give it full speed and then shut it off. Oh, this one keeps going. That's okay. I'm going to poke the needle straight down the middle, make my finger touch the bottom of the pot, and pull it out. And I know that I have a 1/4 inch base there. Now we need to compress it shut by just kind of pushing down with our finger to close that hole, to just push clay and seal it. And with these few fingers, we're going to drag the clay towards our body. We always want the clay spinning out of our hands, not crashing towards our hands. So my wheel is spinning this way, meaning I need to be pulling here so that the clay is flowing through my hands, not crashing into it on the left side, okay? So I'm going to use my fingers together on the same line and pull from the middle out to the side to create a wall. If it gets dry, get more water. Always release your clay slowly so that you don't throw it off center. Again, I'm starting from the middle, dragging clay to the outer side. When my fingers are in the same place, your inner hand is always, a little bit higher because of that base. So you need to just play catch up and wait until the outer hand is in line with your inner hand. And you're going to then squeeze the clay, and it's a very slow, gradual movement. We're letting the clay rotate through our hands. Keep your hands on one side of the pot. There shouldn't be any of this. That's not how we throw on the wheel. We let the wheel rotate the clay through our steady hands. And that's how we control it. So hands on the inside, hands on the outside. And when you get to the rim, always compress it with the free finger. In this case, I'm using my index finger and my 2 middle fingers on the outside edges. Index is compressing from the top, middle fingers are on both sides. Again, from the middle, slowly drag the clay to the outer fingers, and then squeeze and very slowly raise the clay walls. Each time you do this, your walls will get thinner and thinner, but it's always thick to thin. The bottom is always thicker, the top is always thinner. Another pull. Start from the middle, squeeze at the base, and guide that fat ring of clay through the walls and up to the rim to give you some height. Here's another pull from the middle, out to the edge. Both fingers are in the same position. I'm squeezing the clay between my fingers, and now I'm compressing the rim. So you have to do this at least 5 to 20 times to get a nice even wall. Now, let's say this is getting a little bit too wide up here. We can do something called collaring in. So we need lots of water or slip on our hands. My speed is now medium. It's not fast because I'm not centering. And I'm gently going to cup and close my hands to shrink that top portion of the cup and always compress the rim. Okay? So I'm going to do another pull starting from the bottom and slowly getting some height here. Compress the rim. Okay? I think that's as far as I can go with this piece of clay. So we're going to trim it starting with this wooden rib. You're going to dig in, turn your tool on a slight angle so that you don't bump into your beautiful walls here. And trim. Use the point to create a little beveled foot down here to allow your wire tool to go clean through. You're also going to use your wooden clay knife to trim. Okay, it has a really nice point, so you can get a little bit closer. Okay, let's say you want to make this a little rounder. All you have to do here is push from the inside and gently just support from the outside to change the shape. If you want this to be smaller on the top here, this finger on the outside should be slightly above the finger on the inside, like that. To finish your piece, you're going to take a damp sponge and round out the lip or the rim. Make sure there's no standing water because that'll disintegrate your cup. You're going to clean the wheel. You're going to clean your hands, shut off the wheel with your foot. This one isn't shut off, so let me go full speed and see if that shuts it off. Nope, still going. So for this one, I'm going to have to physically hit that power button. Okay. You're going to take your nice clean wire, drag it under, keep your thumb on the other side, and pull it straight through, keeping that wire nice and flat. Okay, to lift it off the wheel, you're going to put a little water. Make sure your hands are clean for this part. Oh, it's already here. You're going to bring your wear board as close as you can. You're going to push and slide it over the water, and you can lift like this and then release from both directions simultaneously so that we don't warp it, okay? Just like that. And I want you to have a progression. This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. If it's out of order, just take a piece of tape from the drawer and label it, okay? Before you put on a new piece of clay, you're going to scrape that clean, get all the extra water off, and dry it with the back of your arm or maybe a dry sponge before you put on a new piece of clay. All right.